What's up, Adam? Congrats on 100 subscribers. That's what's up. I'm new to your channel, but I've dug what I've seen so far. First video I saw showcased an Ohio Players record, and those are my boys. So, good on you. And thank you for just giving me the opportunity to do this. This is my first VC contest, and I'm excited about it. I actually was so excited about it, I bought a record just to show in this video. So that's why it's been a few days since my last update. And I was going to buy the record anyway, but I'm glad that you more or less motivated me to just, take the hit. I've got 3 records. I decided to go with records that weren't event records, that there wasn't a huge hype for this year. Frank Ocean, Fiona Apple, Dirty Projectors, those are all Grizzly Bear. Those are all records I'm really stoked on this year, and that a lot of people were stoked on. So I decided that would probably be boring if I talked about those, and honestly, I found that the records that I get into the most are the ones that seem minor at the time of their release, and the ones that are kind of unassuming, just nicely written, well done albums that aren't necessarily bombastic. And that's the stuff I just basically tried to figure out what I would still be listening to in several years as frequently as I am now. The Growers, stuff like that. So, first record on that list, a well done, almost perfectly done homage to the guitar pop of the late 80s. Acts like The Church, Ocean Blue, stuff like that, moody, jangle pop. This is it. And this guy's got it down. He's got the sound down, the aesthetics down, and most importantly, the songwriting is perfect. And this is on Captured Tracks, first of 2 Captured Tracks albums I'll show. They're a great label. Their stuff's always priced reasonably, and you know what you're getting with the Captured Track release, more or less. The artwork on this is really cool. Do one of these. One of these. Very nice. Choose your own adventure. Next record, Micachu and the Shapes, Never. This is as fuzzy and dissonant and atonal and cold as pop music can get, while still being able to call it pop music, really. I can't remember if I said the name, Micachu and the Shapes. This is a Rough Trade release, and Micachu is on a whole nother level as far as songwriting goes. There is no one to compare her to. I think this record is fantastic and probably slept on in a lot of circles. You really hard to describe, and I've heard some people say it kind of has, it's got some industrial sounds, if you want to call them that, but I think it doesn't have like an industrial sort of mood to it. It's not really brooding. It seems happy, as atonal and noisy as it gets. It's just such a good noise pop record. This is a record that I just bought. This is Chris Cohen's Overgrown Path, and this is on Captured Tracks as well. If you're familiar with Deerhoof at all, Chris Cohen has been with them, I think, since the beginning, and left the band after Runners 4, and actually had a very strong voice in that band. After he left the band, he released an album with the band Curtains, which is really good. Very, you can call it twee, but he went on to play with Ariel Pink as well, and to me this is almost like Ariel Pink meets Deerhoof in a way. It's the strange compositional choices that Deerhoof had paired up with the kind of distant 70s AM pop that Ariel Pink, that sort of context that Ariel Pink's songs exist in. And It's nice. I'm gonna be listening to this one for a while. It's real nice. Side 2 floors side 1, but also I really enjoy the artwork. It's an artist's, a couple artists, their interpretation of a snowflake thermometer. So snowflakes getting more and more intricate the colder it gets, and they're actually photographs of snowflakes with an illustration of the thermometer. It's fascinating. I could not stop looking at this last night. I'd like to see the real thermometer. It says it's the Dorothy Wallace Sense Snowflake Thermometer. Sounds cool to me. But it fits with the album. This is going to be a perfect fall listen, and I think it'll be pretty good for the summer too. So, Overgrown Path, Chris Cohen, good stuff, good stuff. Now, as an artist, I've gotten into this year, and this is kind of it's a lot more fun. I've really gotten into these guys. This band is Sky, and I got huge into these. I heard the producer Randy Mueller kind of released a mixtape of a lot of the stuff he's produced. He's from the band Brass Construction, who weren't very consistent or good all the time, but all that potential from the first Brass Construction record that Randy Mueller had, he pretty much honed with this band Sky. This is boogie, funk, someone called disco. It's a little different than disco, accents are different, but this stuff is fun, and obviously all the record covers I'm about to show you are very exciting. This band, they're called Sky, so they go with this space imagery. Every one of these is a perfect party record, even the slow jams, which I normally just can't stand slow jams from this era. It's all on Salsoul Records, great label. This is their first one, came out 1979. Then we have Skyport from 1980. Look at that. Look at them. They're at the Skyport. This features the hit Here's to You, which was really big for them. Monster jam. Then they dropped the pilot thing for this one. This features the two hits, Call Me and Let's Celebrate. Let's Celebrate, I think, was the most popular. But this is Skyline, I guess, because they dropped they wanted to make it like a city record. I love by the way, the Salsoul label. If you guys haven't seen it before, awesome label. One of my favorite labels. To me, defines the music that's normally on Salsoul. Couple more Sky records I'm going to show off because I don't get the chance to. They've brought it back with Skyway. This is 80 as well, but I can't remember if it is actually or not. I guess, I don't know. Anyway, Skyway. There they all are. They adopt job titles in this. Let's see. Flight Control is the production. Flight Arrangements, obviously your boy Randy Mueller. Skybase, Flight Engineer. Anyway, a lot of flying-centric credits here. And then the last record by Sky that I have is the 1982 release, Sky Jammer, where they go to the fair. But seriously, if you need a good, inexpensive party record, I mean, look at this. This is on the higher end for a Sky record. Although I've seen them go for a lot of money, especially their 12 inches. Those go for a lot of money. But some of the earlier albums, I mean, there's a couple in there I found for a quarter, and I think I love Sky. My friends have gotten into Sky from me playing them at, when we're all hanging out and stuff, and just a great band. Worth getting a couple of their records, especially if you like the Ohio Players, man. Check it out. But thanks for having the contest. That's it. I hope I didn't go on for too long. And once again, congratulations.